Yo, Gambit gets red for filth, and Rogue Red does the unthinkable because Storm still has a secret, and it's revealed right here in Rogue Storm number 2. Yo, what are we waiting on? Roll that intro, cuz. What's going on, Geek Corner? This is your boy, Earthsmack the Mad Scientist, and welcome back to the Orange Phoenix Media channel. So today, we are covering Rogue Storm number 2 in the Age of Revelation storyline, man. I had a good time reading this, and the one thing I do like about this is the callbacks to Unbreakable X-Men and to the Storm solo series, who's also by Moira Ayodele. So you want to stick around to the end of this video because you want to hear my personal review on Rogue Storm. So let's get into it. So Rogue Storm actually opens up with Storm at a campfire, and you see those knuckles, and you see her like covering it up in like this energy ball, and she swallows it as she's eating fish. But who shows up but Egan? And Storm responds, 5 years, Egan. 5 years I've scoured the earth in search of you. And for 5 years, you've evaded me. And how you choose this moment to come for me. Why? He says, famed last word of every livestock that's ever seen the farmer's knives coming. Why? What do you think your last words will be when I bear my axe in you? Says Storm. And Egan says, this is not the time nor the place to exchange final words, descendant of Ashake. This dance of ours, our bones may be weary, but the music has not yet stopped. The drums of torment beat still. He like, I have a few moves left in my repertoire. And she grabs her axe and slices Egan in half. Obviously, that doesn't kill Egan because Egan is a spirit. He says, someone is coming, Roro. Someone is coming to get you. He was like, you are not real. He's like, all right, if I am not real, why don't you wake up? Now, we got to put a pin in that because Egan is a callback to the Storm solo series. Now, back in Storm number 4 and 5 around that time period, Dr. Voodoo was helping Storm out because Storm was dying. So what read here that 6 days ago, Aurora Monroe's life was nearly extinguished. To pull her out from the shadow of the Valley of Death, Dr. Voodoo made a deal with the ancient spirit Egan. And the cost? She could not use her powers for an extended amount of time, for a set amount of days. If she used her abilities while she's healing, Egan will resurrect himself. So from that standpoint, remember, Storm went to go see Dr. Doom per invitation. And Dr. Doom antagonized Storm to a point where she used her abilities, which released Egan. Now, it didn't kill Storm like we were led to believe at first, but you see here that it says, behold our universe. And he says, please, I saved your life. And she says, my host's body life, not mine. And you took it back. Like, fret not, Egan. It's like, you are a spirit. You will never truly die. But under colossal atmospheric pressure, you will take a form that I can easily consume. Just like at the beginning of Rogue Storm number 2, just like she swallowed those knuckles, she basically did the same thing to Egan. Now, Egan is in her dreams telling her and warning her someone is coming. Now, to that standpoint, we are introduced to Daniel. Now, in this comment, we are led to believe that Dr. Voodoo has died, but Dr. Voodoo's last words was to tell Daniel to look after Aurora pretty much for the rest of her days at that standpoint. And he also tells her, someone is coming, Aurora. He like, someone is coming to get you. And he was like, I knew it. I knew it. I should have asked someone else for help, but my brother's last wish was for me to work with you. You probably think the Crimson Bangs of Sidorak is a heavy metal band, don't you? Like, you're going to die here, Storm, and they'll sell me to the Bearded Wizard's torture dungeon. I just know it. And she says, you're alerting the enemy to our whereabouts, Daniel. I would advise that you keep your opinions about me to yourself, or I will personally take you to the dungeon that you so dread. Now, we get Gambit Gambit is coming to see Storm, and it wasn't as pleasant at first. You know, like she shot first without asking questions later, and Gambit points that out, and he says, "Did Storm Gambit know don't shoot without checking first? She certainly don't power up, bracing for fight at the mere sight of an old friend." And she says, "I'm sorry, brother. The Storm you knew hadn't seen the betrayals that I've seen." He's like, "Hey, Gambit don't see much of anything these days." And he says, "But I hear a lot of things, and one got my ears ringing. Since I started looking for you, mon ami. You like family Gambit never had, you know that. But all that is not going to stop me if what I hear has a lick of truth to it. Acorda le benefits do don't. Aurora, what do you do to Rogue Red?" And she responds, "You are a friend turned brother, Remy. That is why I entertain to tolerate this exchange. I have never judged you for Rogue Red's heartbreak because we are who we are, and the heart wants what the heart wants. You love Rogue Green, and you chose Rogue Green. Everyone should have freedom to choose whoever they want to spend the rest of their life with. But do not come to me like a chivalrous knight, demanding the whereabouts of your fair maiden as though you did not abandon her without a care for what became of her."
Get out your flesh!
Dang, man. Storm had to hit him like that. I mean, the man already dealing with a loss already. This man already, like, saw Rogue Green, which is basically the real Rogue, died. Then you basically told Rogue Red, I don't have enough in me for two Rogues, man. I only got room for one. And he was like, "Don't." She was like, "Don't?" Like, "Yeah, don't. Don't be acting like this tongue lashing wouldn't be coming my way, even if Gambit choose different. How much you think Rogue's heart gonna break if she think I got feelings for another femme, eh? You're here now in search of this other woman. What changed?" We go to Rogue Red. Like, what happened with Rogue Red? Now, remember, we were led to believe that Storm went crazy. We were led to believe that Storm was causing all these weather anomalies on Earth, pretty much taking out everybody. And so the mission was for Rogue Red and her X-Force team was to take out Storm to stop all this from actually happening. Now, with those knuckles, no one else could break that spear that Aurora is under unless she has those knuckles. And what Rogue did, she broke that protective casing, but unbeknownst to her, she released something that was supposed to be in prison pretty much until Storm dying days. And she says, "Leave or die." And the thing that she was keeping dormant was Egan himself. The Egan that was pretty much in Storm's dreams. And then Egan says, "The Fishman of Osen told me that you were in desperate search of me. I'm sorry it took this long to get back to you, sweet child. I've been hard at work making sure none of these world's mystics will interrupt our little soiree. Voodoo, Doom, Scarlet Witch, Stephen and Claire Strange, Agatha Harkness, Damon Hellstorm. Like I butchered and ate them all, so will I cut you open and devour you, Aurora Monroe. I will defile your planet to spite the memory of you, whisper your name into the ears of every man, woman, and child that I slaughter. But before the fun begins, this is it, Storm Goddess of Earth, all I can muster, all of my mighty wickedness against your valor. Now is the time for last words." Yo, so that is the end of this issue of Rogue Storm number 2. Now, there is a chunk that is in Rogue Storm number 2 that I skip across, right? And you definitely want to go to your LCS and check out Rogue Storm number 2. I'm telling you, between Unbreakable X-Men and Rogue Storm number 2, those are my top 2. Those are my top 2 in Age of Revelation. Mainly because Unbreakable X-Men is by Gail Simone, and this, in ways, is kind of like a continuation with the same team. Obviously, there's some members being changed out or whatever the case may be. And even with Storm solo series, which to me feels like the best seller. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that definitely gets the most traction. But when you get Rogue Storm, it basically connects those two, and it still got that same type of energy as if the Storm solo run was still going on before Age of Revelation, right? So, and there's a lot of connectivity with Egan, And with Gambit losing Rogue Green and Storm reading that man for filth, and Egan was planning his stuff out from the moment he escaped because Rogue Red, unbeknownst to her, she stupidly released him to the masses. Also, you know what did happen to Rogue Red? Is she gone? Like, is she going to glory? What exactly is going on? Because there is something, like I said, that I skipped in Rogue Storm number 2. Personally, really good book. Definitely the top 3 books in the Age of Revelation, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, we got Unbreakable X-Men, we got Storm, and X-Vengers. I really did like X-Vengers as well. Binary was good, not totally great, but pretty good story. And what would happen with Egan, because now we really know the truth. Now we know Storm didn't really go crazy. She was really trying to hold Egan at bay, and the best way to do that is to encase herself and protect the covering and not have anybody bother until somebody bother. So you already know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell. Also, I need you guys to leave some comments, man. Let's talk. Let's chat. How did you feel about Rogue Storm number 2? Like, are you enjoying this run by Murewa? So, like, are you enjoying Unbreakable X-Men? Because we definitely going to be covering that as well. So, yeah, hit that like and subscribe button and notification bell. And then with that notification bell, make sure you get that little drop-down box that says all. Now, once you hit that all button, you get notified on all of our content, live or recorded. So, until next time, y'all, peace.